Never. Never act your age. Not ever. Everyone forgets. Everyone forgets things. Did anyone misplace their keys in the last week? Misplacing your keys is one thing. Not knowing what they're for is another thing. Successful aging is a term that the MacArthur Foundation study used. They studied 10 years. Their goal was to determine what is the difference between Helen and Agnes. What caused that difference? Because if we can know what that is, if we could do something about that, can you imagine? If there is a fountain of youth, the MacArthur Foundation found that it is staying active, keeping moving. I had the pleasure of meeting Chuck Yeager. He still is a friend today. I met him back in the 80s at Edwards Air Force Base. I was doing a physical on him, and we were talking about his career. And he said, you know, Doc, I think on the 50th anniversary of me breaking the sound barrier, I'm going to do it again. And I said, well, Chuck, let's see, you'll be 77. He looked at me, he stared bore right into me for a few uncomfortable seconds, and then said, what's your point? If you look at the demographic of this country, how we're aging as a nation, it became clear to me that not only were there great numbers of people, but with our healthcare expenditures and how we were aging and what the usual aging were, something had to be done. We had to do something. And then if you looked at the research on the other side, it was so positive about what was possible and very optimistic. Those two things clashed, and it was clear that I had to go after these people, talk to these people about what they can be, to be all they can be.
I thought his lecture was great.
I think he's answered a lot of our questions and he calmed our fears.
I do wish he'd come more often because he really stimulates you.
I think a lot of seniors ought to hear this.
I'd like to ask you what you do to stimulate your mind.
As I age, I want to become more colorful. I want to blend with other people who are colorful to make even more beauty than I could make on my own.